Gratitude above, gratitude. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gratitude chant here. All right. Yes. Yes. I love this. Let's see. It is now recording in progress. All right. Let's see if we're live. I think we are. All right. Well, let's take a moment here and get centered in gratitude. Yeah. Before we do that, let me make sure that we're live streaming this. I love the fact that every Tuesday we come together as a community where we shift and uplift the planet. Yeah, shifting and uplifting the entire planet. So are you willing? Are we there? I think we go live. There we go. Now we're doing this thing. We might already be live. Yeah. There we go. Now we're 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah. There we go. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is that you're having. This is Judy Matejczyk, Life Master Consultant and World-Class Paradigm Shifters. Let's take a moment here before we begin to appreciate and gratitude for this one day of our lives. Take a deep breath in. Just one more time. And audibly exhale. Feel it in all cells of your body. Today is June 3rd, 2025. Of the most believing, allowing, trusting, creative year of your life so far. I love it. And we know that we are in a change transformative meeting here. So once again, good morning. I'm Judy Matejczyk, Life Mastery Consultant, and this is Transformation Tuesday, where we come together as a global community to shift and uplift the planet. Are you down for that? Oh yeah. So I'd like to start off with, this is the month of June, and in my coaching and in my speaking and in the events that I'm a part of, we start off with the 3 T's. Are you ready for that? If you know this, go. The first T is tune in. Tune in. Tune into right here, right now. Tune into your heart space. Yeah. And be present for just this short little time, Transformation Tuesday. The second T, turn up the volume. Turn up your volume on your participation in your life right here, right now. And the third T that we're talking about today and this whole month of June is transformational willingness. How willing are you to transform something in your life? I'm going to start off this month with transformational willingness, a definition, and I want to start off with a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. Become the change you wish to see in the world. Now, sometimes you might have heard it, be the change you wish to see in the world. So you can be it today, or you can do it either and, both and, become the change you wish to see in the world. That's what transformational willingness is all about. Now, this profound statement, it encapsulates the essence of transformational willingness. The ability to embrace change, to adapt, and to grow. So transformational willingness is defined as an openness to change, a readiness to embrace new ideas, and the courage to step out of that comfort zone. In today's fast-paced world, this concept is not just beneficial, it is essential. Whether in our personal lives or professional environments, the ability to transform is what sets us apart from those who thrive, from those who merely survive. Let me say that again. It sets us apart, and we are those who thrive from those who are just merely out there surviving. So, we're going to talk about this first section called Understanding Transformational Willingness. So, let's dive deeper into what transformational willingness truly means. Okay, first and foremost, it involves openness to change. Many of us resist change because it feels uncomfortable. Get used to it. Growth is uncomfortable. However, being receptive to new experiences and ideas is crucial for your growth. Openness to change, self-awareness. Understanding our strengths and weaknesses allows us to identify areas where we can or we must grow. It's about recognizing that we are all works in progress. We're all works in progress. And lastly, there's courage and vulnerability. Embracing transformational willingness requires us to take risks and be vulnerable in the face of uncertainty. It's about acknowledging that we don't have all the answers and being willing to learn from this process. So let me give you a couple of real life examples. So consider individuals like Nelson Mandela, who, after spending 27 years in prison, emerged with a vision for a unified South Africa. His willingness to transform his mindset and embrace reconciliation over revenge changed the course of history. Yeah, real life hero. I want to read to you a story from this book from 2005. It's a story that I wrote, and I'll let you know, this is what got this book and this story really was the catapult that catapulted me into my 14 plus years of being this transformational life coach that I am. Now let me read this story so take a deep breath in and just listen for a little bit. The name of the story is The Miracle of Listening with My Heart. As I sit here and breathe, I realize that my whole life is a miracle, and each person I see each day is a gift. Everyone has their story, and it's my job to listen, to learn, and be grateful for each one. Now, prior to this way of thinking and living, when I heard the words "go deep," I would think of baseball games when the outfielders move back, knowing that the batter's really good. To go deep now means to quiet down and ask the question, what do I do next? Now, the only thing I hear is a still small voice of encouragement and courage. I've been given many opportunities to listen in the past. This was written a long time ago, 13 years of my life. I want to relate the most recent encounter that changed my view of myself, as well as that of other people. In late August, Hurricane Katrina changed many people. I do not watch TV since I like to stay focused on my own little community in Austin, Texas. However, when I went to a friend's house for a meeting, the TV news was showing a report of the recent hurricane damage. I was floored, aghast. I realized that I could not stay focused on my own little world any longer. My personal problems dissolved. The next day I went to my AA meeting And there they were organizing people to take meetings into the Austin Convention Center, which was being filled with the evacuees from the hurricane. Of course, I signed up because I'd been taught that when asked to serve, the only answer is when and where. Well, the fear started to set in. These people are from the poorest part of New Orleans. They will hurt me. They are different. They are black. I am very white. I will get mugged, on and on and on. However, I made this commitment. On the appointed day, I drove downtown to the convention center. The billboard was flashing with pictures of families reuniting. It appeared that there was more than enough clothes, water. What could I give? I parked and locked my car. I walked the 2 blocks praying, give me strength to see past the hurt into their hearts. Give me the strength to see past the hurt into the hearts. There were old people on curbs, and babies crying, and young people, and so many people, and they were all black. I did not realize I had this fear until then. I closed my eyes and crossed the line into the volunteer entrance. Suddenly, I was filled with an indescribable joy. I saw many members of my recovery community setting up chairs. I saw people bringing in clothes, water, food. They were not afraid of color. Why was I? I went deep many times that day in order to stay focused on the experience and to learn from it. My most vivid memory was the room where 3,000 or more people were sleeping on cots. Families with babies had groups of 6 or 7 people. All those people were in a state of shock. And all I could say was, welcome to Austin. We're glad you're here. You couldn't have landed in a better place. I was happy knowing that the recovery people in my town are awesome. Doctors, nurses, church leaders, school systems, teachers, they were all in there represented. I was among the people who I admire most in my community. People who give and care with their hearts. I was filled with joy. And I was going to be at the first AA meeting ever held at the convention center. We started meetings every 2 hours. And FEMA people were there, people who had lost everything. They came there. I continued to go down daily, and I watched the progress of people helping people. I was part of a team. The stories of survival are what I needed to hear from people who had made it through with faith in a higher power. My fears of people melted as the weeks progressed. I saw resilience as the center emptied. Many of these people are members of the Austin community today. I continued to learn from all people when I listened with my heart. And that is a miracle. Above all else, I want to see things differently. So that's my story. That was 2005. So whenever I find these things like, oh, I was not willing, but I had made a commitment. Sometimes it's a commitment to change that will take you back and set you free. So, personal growth. When we're willing to transform, we open ourselves up to significant personal development. So this can lead to enhanced creativity, improved relationships, and better problem-solving skills. Personal growth fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate challenges with greater ease. Then, transformational willingness also on a collective level. So it can foster a culture of innovation within teams and organizations. When leaders and team members are willing to embrace change, it creates an environment where new ideas can flourish. Research shows that organizations with transformative leadership tend to outperform their competitors. They adapt more quickly to market changes and are often more successful in fostering employee engagement and satisfaction. So I want to talk a little now about cultivating this willingness. So how can we cultivate transformational willingness in our own lives? Good question. Some strategies. Number 1, mindfulness and reflection. Start by incorporating mindfulness practice in your daily routine. Set aside time for self-reflection to identify areas for growth and to recognize your achievements. So take a minute here. What area in my life would I love to expand and grow? Yeah, I'd love to have a conversation with you about this. What areas of your life are you yearning, pooling to grow that area? Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your vocation. So many of my friends are retiring right now. Maybe it's your money freedom. Okay, mindfulness and reflection. The second one is setting those goals and a vision. So goals are established specific, measurable goals for your personal transformation. Ooh. Specific, measurable goals for your personal transformation. So those goals will serve as this roadmap guiding you on your journey. The third, seeking feedback. Actively seek constructive criticism from your peers, mentors, or friends. View feedback as a gift that can help you grow rather than a personal attack. Seeking feedback. Mindfulness and reflection, setting goals, seeking feedback. And perhaps one of the most important things is building this support system. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who encourage transformation. Engage with those who inspire you to push past those boundaries, whether through mentorship or friendship. Consider forming or joining groups. By the way, I'm starting a new Dream Builder program this summer. I'd love to have you come along with us. Join us. We're transformational folks who are like ready and willing, not knowing the hows. Focused on personal development, where you can share your experiences and learn from one another. Inevitably, that happens all the time. So let's take a deep breath and in some conclusion. So on closing, I want to recap the key points that we've discussed today that will follow through all through June with our guest speakers. Transformational willingness is about being open to change. Cultivating self-awareness and embracing courage and vulnerability. And it plays such a crucial role in both your personal and collective growth, driving this innovation, ideas, and resilience. So I want to encourage each of you who's ever listening to this, whatever time of day, whatever month it is, I want to encourage you to take a small step toward embracing this willingness in your life. Perhaps it's committing to one small change, seeking feedback from someone you trust, or simply reflecting on your personal goals. So, as you leave and we close out this particular Transformational Tuesdays, please remember the words of Gandhi. Become the change that you wish to see in the world. Let this thought inspire you to embrace your own journey of transformation. And remember, dream big, dream bold, accomplish brilliantly, change, transformational willingness, one day at a time. Judy Matejczyk, Life Mastery Consultant, wishing you a wonderful, beautiful, transformative week. Amen.